Hi everybody, Anthony Navarro, Colorado Shooting Sports out here for a range day with a couple of our alumni, and this is going to be the first 20 shots out of the new Glock 44. I got some excess sights on there, as you can see, and other than that it's just stock. So I just grabbed the oldest, cruddiest ammo that I've had since college, and we'll see if it runs it. Here we go, and we'll be able to hear the impacts on steel. Wow, it's hard to describe, but a 22, the impulse and everything, it's just so smooth. It just feels awesome. If you notice, it did not lock back on the last round on the first magazine, but like all 22s, they need to break in a little bit, but 100% reliable out of that. And I'll turn the camera around real quick. We're at about 9, actually more like 11 yards, but we'll take a look and zoom in. I was just kind of dinging them out, but we were shooting at that, let me get the camera softly moving here. We were shooting at that guy right there, just kind of ripping him out. And we're gonna put about, probably about 1,000 rounds through it today. I'm gonna be shooting at the head dot with the Glock 44. And I'm going to pass the camera off, so I'm going to be shooting that head dot right there, and we'll let you see what the accuracy potential is of the Glock 44 with excess sights. I'm just going to have you hold the camera right there, and if my gun happens to be in the frame, that's cool. If not, we'll just see what happens. And we'll go take a look, but we have one hole. So I know there's a lot of people reviewing Glock 44s with stock sights, and love the Glock, hate their sights. So get excess sights on that bad boy, you'll be happy. Rock on. Buddy, we have a 3-inch circle right there, clean. You can see there's no shots on it. And I'm going to be moving around. There's going to be a 3-shot timer. And we're going to try to aggressively move, which reduces our chances of getting shot and killed in a gunfight. And we'll see how we do. So why a 3-inch circle? It's the distance between the hardest parts of your body, and we've got to get that shot of the intercranial space. So let's see if the timer's on. Two different guns. Let's have some accountability here, because that's always good. We have a count 1, 2, 3, 4 misses. If we look at the misses, they're all, let's take a look so we can have some real accountability. One at a, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops, sorry, let me zoom out. But worst to worst, we're at a 5-inch circle. That's my standard. And not my best shooting, but at 4 to 5 yards, there's stuff to work on. Just some of the ammo that we've run through the 44, some pretty dirty stuff. So far so good, and we're working on the next box of 500. Hi everybody, Anthony Navarro, Colorado Shooting Sports. We're going to be shooting at that little 1.5-inch target. At this point in time, the Glock 44 has about 790 rounds through it, and we have had a couple of issues with the ammo where no matter where you hit it, it just wouldn't go off. So definitely not a gun issue, because when you can hit the ammo with the hammer and it doesn't go off, it's not a gun issue. But we're going to be shooting. You can see my sights are perfectly lined up. We're going to be shooting at that dot right there. There's going to be a timer with 3 seconds on it. There's 1,000 and 3. There we go. So I'm going to be firing one shot in that 3-second time frame, drawing, and then each time I do it, I'm going to try and do it with more rounds in the same amount of time. Let's see how it does. We're at 3 yards. And now we're going to fire 2 shots. Oh, no magazine in the gun. Probably not a good idea, Anthony. Mistake numero uno of a gunfight. Don't show up without bullets. Now we're going to fire 3 shots. Now we're going to fire 4 shots. Now we are going to fire 5 shots. And I think I have 6 shots left. So we'll see if it gets 6 shots in there in 3 seconds. Ooh. So, as you can see, the Glock 44 kicks ass, and there's our target. And let's go take a look for accountability's sake, because we always want to have that. Roughly 3.5 yards. All the shots in there. Pow. Glock 44 excess sights. If you get them with the standard crappy sights and you miss, don't be blaming the gun. The gun rocks. Everybody, Anthony Navarro, Colorado Shooting Sports. The Glock 44, we just got back from the range. I think we fired something like, I don't know, 790 rounds through it. Thing is just ran flawless. Here's 2 of the mags. I haven't even finished unloading them yet, but we got one, it's like 40 grain, 38 grain, 36 grain, golden bullets. Ran everything really, really well. Even some really ancient stuff that I've probably had for 30 years. I have not taken the gun apart since. I want to see just how cruddy and dirty it got. And again, I took the stock sights off because they're just shit. And but the gun itself is fantastic. So let's go ahead and take it apart. And so we'll take a look together. So here's the slide. Let's see if I can get the focus. So here's the funny thing. It's typically with a 22, it's just an absolutely horrendous amount of debris and crud. So I'm seeing that it's got some in there, but it's not what I expected, which is really cool. Let's take a look here. We have that usual Glock anti-seize / lubricant, that copper stuff they put in there. Has not been taken off, nor should you take it off until you fired the gun, a couple hundred rounds. That looks excellente. You can see where it's picked up a lot of that brass from the rounds. Let's look at the dirtiest part of a 22. It's dirty, but it's not like I've seen with like a Ruger or a 1022 or something like that, where it's just an absolutely horrendous amount of buildup. Let's look at the face, the breech face. So one of the things I noticed, and I haven't heard anybody else talking about it on the internet, the internets, where all knowledge is retrieved, is they do talk about this having a fluted chamber, which is really awesome. So it has basically some little lines etched into it, kind of like a MP5 machine guns, and it's supposed to facilitate ejection of rounds. What I noticed that I really like that's going to work hand in hand with that is that the bullets, see how that just fell in? Usually with a 22, it goes about this far and then you have to like push it in. But that effortlessly drops in there. So Glocks are known for having really loose chambers. I'm talking their 9 mils, 40s, 45s. All of their guns are made with loose chambers. And that always infuriates guys that own 1911s, where they want super tight tolerances and tight chambers, and everything's got to be just crazy tight because it's quote unquote going to make it more accurate. You know, whether it does or not, I don't know. I mean, I can shoot a Glock just as accurate as a $5,000 Wilson Combat or a Nighthawk 1911, and I can do the same thing with a Glock. But it's the reliability. The looser the chamber, the looser, like, look at that. You can literally look through the gun. Look at that. You can see the light right there? See the light? See through the gun? As you're shooting this, crud's flying out of the gun. It's kind of cleaning itself. So I really like that. 790 rounds later. Did I have some malfunctions? Yes. And when I took that round out and literally just kept rotating it and throwing it in the chamber and hitting it over and over and over till the entire chamber was beat up, I can definitely say that it was not the gun. It was just the ammo was so old, or there wasn't enough primer component in there, that goo that they put in the rim, that it just wasn't going to go off. So I give this thing 100%. I mean, if you own an Advantage Arms conversion kit, I love those things. I ran one of those for 11 years, and I would say on its best day it was 80 to 90% reliable. I would say this thing was hovering around 98% reliable. I use them a lot for training and instruction because I can show people what I want them to learn without them flinching, even if they're just standing and watching. So I give this thing the best rating I could give a 22. As a matter of fact, I like these so much, I'm probably going to buy 8 of them for rentals in the new range. So I can't say enough about them. If you pick one up from us, we do lifetime warranty that gun, and we have a pile of extra magazines that came in as well. So get them while we got them. Have a great day. Anthony Navarro, Colorado Shooting Sports.